live, so I like feel mad weird.
Yeah,
Like I'm not used to this, so people were
it is
like,
weird.
he's spinning around, and I'm like, I do pace a lot. I also just drank a bang, so I'm friggin' jacked up.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
No,
gonna
well,
mount this
you
shit.
pace when we're on FaceTime, anyways.
What's up?
You pace on FaceTime, so it's probably just your natural thing.
Yeah, I'm always tweaking.
Yeah,
But yeah, about what you were saying about quarantine, just like not wasting this time, because I finally feel, I always felt like I was falling behind. You always feel like no matter what you're doing, whether it's like content with videography or clothing or music, you always feel like you're like, it's a, what's it called? Like you're just trying to keep up with everyone else. And during quarantine, it kind of feels like the world's on pause. So there's really no competition. It's like
yeah,
everyone's just doing their own thing. It's like right now you can take the time to really decide what you want to do. If like you didn't have the time to put in like work towards a goal or a dream beforehand, now you do.
yeah. And it can be scary for people because they're like, if you haven't been doing that, you're kind of like you kind of have no excuse right now. It can be scary if you're either in school and you haven't been happy with school, or you're not in school and you've been trying to do this thing. Now this is your test to see like, are you willing to put the time in and do it? But it's obviously it's easier said than done. Like we've talked about this, but I've had to learn that it's like Will Smith said, you don't focus on building the wall, you focus on placing the brick the best you can place it. And if you just keep thinking of everything you do as a brick instead of a wall,
One brick a day. Lay
yeah,
that brick perfectly every day, and eventually you'll have a wall.
yep, exactly. And like I think it just speaks like so a lot of us we as artists and as creatives, we want everything we do to be good. We want it to be great. We want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
And that's just not realistic, even if you're a great artist.
I forget who said it, but someone said it's like it's better done. Wait, I forgot the quote. It's like um, it's better finished than like I don't even know the quote anymore.
Whatever it is.
I'm bugging right now.
Yeah, it's like I think what you're saying is like the way I look at it is like our brains, like we have egos by default, and a lot of times like what people try to tell us, like the advice people give is like, oh, like you can't have an ego, you can't do this, you can't, but it's like you have one, so it's not like you just like get rid of it and it's gone. We have certain
Yeah,
expectations for ourselves. We compare our beginning work to others' master work, and we feel like everything we do has to be great. So how do you combat that is you allow yourself to just do something that's not do something that's less than what you think is great. Like for me, like to give an example, I when I write raps every day, I don't write I don't think of like I'm gonna write something good right now. I'm just like I'm gonna use the most basic rhymes, use the most basic anything just to get yourself going, because the goal isn't to make a hit. The goal is just to make. The goal
yeah.
is just to go and like create something, and as long as you're creating, then you're winning.
That goes along with also what we were talking about literally like yesterday that I stopped like sending my designs to people for like their opinion. Like no hard feelings, but it's just like if I don't get like if I send a shirt to like let's say Frank or someone, it's like if I don't get a whoa that's sick, immediately it's in my subconscious that like it's whack or that I can't move
Yeah,
forward with it. So from now on I kind of just well lately, especially with this collection, I just keep it to myself. And I mean that's how it all started is like doing thing I created clothes for myself to wear. So it's like if I like it, then I'm happy with it. And if other people like it, then that's just a plus.
yeah. It's that's great advice for. I know a lot of you guys in here. I see some of y'all in the comments. Y'all are like singer songwriters. You guys paint. You guys do all this stuff. I'm very guilty of this, where like I'll have a great idea and I'll be so jacked on it. I'll be like, "Yo, this is the best thing ever," and I'll literally tell like so many people, and it's almost like I want them to give me that, like, yo, yeah, keep going. But it's really hard to find people like that. And like Thomas said, if you don't get that, like, whoa, that's amazing, like, yeah, you can do this, it has a potential of them like shooting your dream down and shooting that vision down, because not everyone knows what you're trying to do, only you know. um yeah, it's hard, dude, it's hard.
We're all
um
self-conscious. Like it's self-conscious is a spectrum, and it's like nobody can say that people's opinions don't affect them. So it's like
Very true.
you got to do you, and
Yeah.
that's how you find like true like a family. That's how you find like a dedicated, not even like fan base. I hate using the word fans, but just like people around you. It's like when you put it out, it may take years, but you're gonna find that cult base that loves your stuff, and
Hmm.
like that's what matters to me. I'd rather just be authentic instead of doing designs that you know will sell and stuff like that, and it has no longevity to it.
Yeah, it's very true. Trends are scary. Trends are very dangerous.
Very.
Very, because we, I don't know, we like to think things are cool, and there's a difference between learning new techniques and also not relying on yourself, not relying on your own personality. Because like it's definitely great to learn and study things, but I don't know. I catch that too, because like music changes all the time, and there's this new person that comes out, and then there's this new sound. Like then the baby comes out, and everyone's doing the that flow and shit. It's like, oh, I could get on and I could do the same thing, and people would, and I know people would like it, but it's like, how can you add your personality to it? You manipulate it and take that energy, but not, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah,
No, I feel you. And it's like the only way you're gonna do something new or something that people haven't seen is if you like humans naturally we do like we believe history repeats itself.
yeah,
So like vintage stuff comes back in style and all that stuff, and we live too much in the past instead of trying to create new things. And like trying to think of designers in my field that do it right. Like I don't know, me and you are big fans of Fear of God. It's like they
yeah,
do some crazy stuff, but it's nothing like you've seen before because they're trying to take the next step instead of repeating. It's like
exactly.
everyone's seen it before. It's like
Like
we got to move
Kanye.
forward. We yeah, Kanye for sure.
Yeah.
Who in music is doing that right now?
Billie Eilish. I think honestly, like I think Billie Eilish is like the perfect artist right now. And I'm not just trying to like blow smoke, but like I really think, like I think about this all the time of like there's a new wave of people, and like as we go into this new generation, there's kids and there's specific artists who just they don't have that shell around them that the industry provides for a lot of artists today. Like you see a lot of people doing the same iHeart stuff. They do the same, like shout out iHeart, but like they do the same like radio interviews. They just go through the system and they're so PC. They don't have that courage to speak their mind. But Billy, the great thing about her is that she started just with her family, and she just was given the freedom to do whatever she wanted, and she didn't follow a formula. She was the formula, and people like the fact that she won like how was like 6 Grammys or something, like that shows you that there's no limit and there's no real like restriction onto how you can create. And I look at her, I look at people like Dominic Fike, just these people who it's not about like the different industry stuff. It's just about the talent, because at the end of the day, these kids and the people coming up, and like I know all of y'all see through that stuff. Y'all see through an artist who is not